Hello, Brain.
Ah, the meat has returned.
Rude.
Love. Yes. Well, you do know that... I don't have... Ugh. I have an inferior frontal gyrus wired directly into...
Blah, blah, blah. The quantum cortex of the local rhododendron divided by the octahedron.
Well, Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, a, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge.
Hey, that worked out.
And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Hmm? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Yeah, that stuff's fun.
Fun? Fun? Is tetanus fun? Hmm? Is rickets? What about sepsis, huh?
First
Enjoy that,
off,
do
half
you?
of those things
The
you made
things
up.
you do with our body are suicidally dangerous. And if you could silence your glandular impulses, you would hear me screaming at you! I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
Oh, cute.
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Disgusting.
Oh no! Please, don't leave me here in this nice, safe dome where I have access to nutritive fluids and a fully indexed library. Please don't deprive me of being dragged through a landscape so bleak it was actually improved by the end of the world. I don't know how I could bear it. It's true, the brains here have experienced some degree of deterioration. I'm confident that with a few decades of work, I can solve the problem. Actually, yes, I do think that. I think that exact... What did you think all those times you thought for fleet? That was me telling you exactly how I felt before! Oh no, you don't need this hassle. You're too busy treating your body like a canvas of sucking flesh wounds to deal with your...
This is ridiculousness on MTV.
Good, go!
Oh, I did a little spin.
Fine!
Fine.
I know it's
Oh,
great.
this is cute. Okay, can I leave?
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead. Don't seem so bad. They vivisected us just to see what would happen. Have you forgotten the lobotomites? The cyber dogs, I assume you saw those. Imagine that kind of science spread across the entire Mojave. Every man, woman, and child we've met reduced to a lobotomite. Is that what you want?
Time to make them share. What?
Oh, lovely. We've reached the mindless violence portion of the program. Tell me, what exactly are you, and I use the word loosely, planning?
Guns. Ooh, so many options. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the fuck out of him.
Now that you mention it, I do miss that lovely rat-a-tat-boom a bit. It's just not the same without a body to feel the recoil. What's the next step then?
Oh, he's down?
That arrangement suits me fine. Do try not to get too many holes drilled in your head, will you? I may want to drop by for sentimental reasons. Right then. You'd best be off, hadn't you? The think tank will be waiting. No, don't worry about me. When you're gone, I'll flush myself over to the sink. It's amazing how far you can get in this place with a good flush. I'll keep myself hidden in the ductwork. Klein won't suspect I'm inside the dome, so he won't know the pacification field no longer works on us. I can also upgrade the sink's autodock with the procedures to reinstall your heart and spine. With any luck, I'll see you in the...
Alright, goodbye, Stewie from Family Guy. I have not looked up the... probably should have been doing that while he was going on and on and on. What the little perks are for getting the thing back. For getting the band back together. Well, there might be a little something for me up over here. Let's take a gander. Some Radaway? Sure, some Rad-X. Medical supplies. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Throwing axe. 1 medics. 1 man. Alright. One last trip. Back from whence we came. 1 more crash to avoid. Here, I bet you I can... Might be a little dangerous to fast travel mid-flight, which I don't even think you can. But what if I go here? Yes. Oh, it actually lets me sick. Okay. Alright, I'm unencumbered, but I'm over-encumbered, but I'm also flying. So, in the end, who really wins? Any more beer left? One last beer. Let's just turn that off. I'm feeling good about this fight. I was a little nervous due to all of the, well, having no ammo at all. This one. But in the end,
Might I be
I think we'll be okay. Like to buy some things. If I buy some things, I mean, here, have this and the shittier one. Wait, yeah, the shittier one. And then I don't need this anymore. And this. And that also means that I don't need this guy. What? Yeah, fuck him. There you go. Enjoy. And then let's break down this garb doge. What can I make? No. Whoa. Calm down there. Also this. Nothing good. What do I need for this? Primer large rifle. Yeah. See, there's your problem right there. Hold on to all this crap for me, thanks. Well, let's go murder. Wait a second. Give me a second here. All right, cool. Just double checking. Make sure I'm prepared to finish this once for all. From downtown with the overcharged rifle. 3-shot him. They don't even know. I'm so stealthy. Oh, they know. I think they run around and stuff. Oh, no, they fight. I kind of remember them not putting up a fight.
Your stuffing little teddy bear.
Yeah, I left you for last. Bitch. And that's why I'm the GOAT. Holy shit. Sure, I'll take all of these. None of those. All of these. Oh, she's got a teddy bear on her. I probably should have talked to him first, huh? You know, yeah. Let's actually talk to him. Why the hell not? They've earned that much. But I got that overcharge loaded up, Playboy.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
It's true. It's all true. Oh, I don't get to, like, play along at all?
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again. And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Sort of.
Mobius does not form alliances. He was a terrible lab partner, and he would make a worse ally.
Yeah, fuck it.
A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
Firing.
Blocker. See ya. That's 2 down. Or does he not fight? No, he totally fights back. Alright, that must have just been some weird dream I had. Ooh, delicious blood. See ya. And that's that. I'll take all of this. Nope, all this. And sure, your scrap metals. Microfusion. Oh, meeting people. And all your scrap metals. And that's a gun. And I'll take all of this. All your scrap metals. And sure, I'll probably need some scrap electronics at this point. Microfusion, scrap, teddy bear, you can keep that. Microfusion. Alright, it's been an honor. See you.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The Courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
Although, truth be told, the Courier had barely explored the crater.
Hey, I can't help that y'all got a fucked up fast travel.
Perhaps that was
Forget
the best
about
thing.
it.
Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
The Forbidden Zone continued to be, true to its name, forbidden. No more robo-scorpions were sighted in its canyons. Big Mountain became even emptier, devoid of Dr. Mobius's proclamations forecasting the destruction of anything that dared possess sentience. Still, it is said he lived on in the equations inscribed on the floor and walls of the Forbidden Zone dome. A cobweb tracery of symbols that told of 1,000 brilliant thoughts, now lost to time.
The sink was strangely silent, which it had never been in previous years. The lack of personality modules made the base lifeless and sterile.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier left the brain at the Big Empty. A strange thing to say, but it was the truth. Brains are less important than they may seem. When the courier's body finally passed, the brain was saddened. It kept on, remembering the vessel that had once contained it. Even at the end, when it started to fail, however, the brain resisted going into a floating chassis like the think tank. It never said why. Perhaps it was out of respect for the courier's body. All things must come to an end, and to hang on to the past is something that's not to be undertaken lightly.
The think tank basement, filled with lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Damn, we love a happy ending. Of Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, this is kind of sad. When you finish, all the guys that you rescued and uploaded, whatever, cheer for you. But I've only done 2, so it's gonna.
Huzzah, sir! Huzzah!
He's asleep,
Huzzah, sir.
so.
Harold? Harold?
So this is just a sad day for everybody involved.